All men should watch this video. The signs she's waiting for you to reach out. Stoicism. Modern Stoic. The greatest act of love is to take the first step. Unknown. Imagine this. You're at a social gathering, chatting with friends, and across the room you spot her. You've had a few good conversations before, and there's been some chemistry. Tonight, though, she's been glancing over at you more often, her gaze lingering just a little longer than usual. You catch it. Her smile seems different, warmer, as if she's waiting for something. But instead of acting on it, you hesitate. You think, maybe I should wait for her to make the first move, or she's probably not interested anyway. So you leave it. Later, as the night winds down, you say goodbye. Her voice is softer, almost like she's saying something without saying it. There's that pause, and you both stand there for a moment, an unspoken question hanging in the air. But you don't say anything. You walk away. And now, as you reflect on it, you realize she was waiting for you to take the lead, to close the gap, to make that move. But you didn't. This is the moment when many men fail to see the signs that were right in front of them. The way her body angled towards you, the slight changes in her tone, her eyes seeking yours. She wasn't going to tell you outright, but she was giving you the signals. She wanted you to step up. If you don't act when the moment is there, someone else will. She might not be there next time you try to reach out. That subtle but powerful chance is gone. The hesitation cost you more than just a moment. It cost you a connection. This video will break down the 10 signs that she's waiting for you to reach out, so you never miss that moment again. You'll learn how to spot the cues that are often invisible to those who are distracted or unsure. By the end, you'll stop second-guessing and start acting with confidence. And if you're ready to take it a step further, join the Stoic community. It's not just about avoiding mistakes. It's about being intentional in everything you do. No more waiting. No more hesitation. Number 1. Her eyes pause on you a second too long. There's a moment that will catch you off guard when her eyes lock with yours, and for just a second too long, time stands still. You know the feeling. It's not a fleeting glance. It's deliberate, measured, and in that extra second, something unspoken hangs in the air. Her eyes don't scream, "Come talk to me," but they're certainly not pushing you away either. They linger in that grey area, in the realm of uncertainty. If you've ever been left in silence, wondering whether she's waiting for you to reach out or if she's moved on, that glance holds more meaning than you might realise. Too often, men get trapped in their heads when a woman pulls away. They start overanalyzing every message, every social media post, every word spoken in their last conversation. But the truth is, her eyes say more than any text could. Her gaze, in that brief moment, is harder to fake than anything that can be typed on a screen. You see, there's something crucial here. When a woman has no interest in you, she'll avoid eye contact altogether. She'll look right through you, making sure her gaze never meets yours. Cold, distant, or simply unfocused, her eyes won't linger on you because, in her mind, you're irrelevant. But when her eyes lock on yours, when she holds that gaze for just a second longer than normal, something deeper is at play. Even if she's hurt, confused, or even defensive, her eyes will reveal it. She's not just looking at you, she's checking to see something, to confirm something. Has anything changed? Is your heart still where it once was? Or have you moved on? Do you look like you've let go, or are you waiting just like she is? This pause is her silent test, a way for her to gauge where you stand without saying a word. Why does she do this? Because she's afraid of rejection. Women pull back for many reasons: emotional overwhelm, fear of being vulnerable, or simply wanting to see how you react. And if her eyes can't help but linger on yours, it's a sign she hasn't truly let go. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Don't waste your time guessing. Take this moment seriously. Don't let confusion cloud your vision. Her eyes are telling you everything you need to know. If you see her pause for that extra second, understand it. It's her way of silently reaching out, testing the waters, waiting for you to take action. This isn't about reading between the lines. It's about acknowledging the truth in front of you. When a woman's eyes linger, it means she's emotionally tied to you. She's holding on, waiting for you to make a move. You might be wondering whether to reach out, unsure if it's the right time, but remember, timing often means nothing. It's about being a man who takes decisive action, a man who doesn't wait for life to come to him, but who takes the reins and makes things happen. You've got to act because she's watching. She's testing you. She wants to know if you still care, if you're still there. So don't wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now. Step up and make the decision that will lead to change. If her eyes are telling you she's still waiting, then what are you waiting for? Don't overthink it. The time to act is now, before that glance becomes a distant memory. Engage, reach out, and don't let the silence keep you stuck in uncertainty. Take charge and share your thoughts. How has this moment played out in your life? Drop your opinions in the comments and let's talk about it. Comment below. I take decisive action and I step up when it matters most. Number 2, the way she breathes around you changes. Let's dive deep into something that often goes unnoticed, the rhythm of her breathing when you're near. It might seem subtle, even insignificant, but if you're truly paying attention, it's one of the most telling signs that she's waiting for you to reach out. Forget the words she speaks for a moment. Instead, tune into the deeper communication her body is sending you. When emotions stir, be it anticipation, nervousness, or lingering feelings, her body will react in ways you can't ignore, and her breath is one of the first things to change. Picture this. You walk into the room, and suddenly her breath shifts. It's not always obvious, but she might take a slightly deeper inhale or adjust her posture. She could even take a small sip of her drink or fidget, trying to calm the emotional surge in her. These aren't meaningless actions. They signal that something is happening beneath the surface. Her physiology is telling you exactly how she feels, even if she doesn't speak it out loud. This is biology and psychology at work. When emotions are stirred, her nervous system kicks in. Whether it's the anxiety of unspoken words, the attraction, or even the fear of what's next, her breathing will adjust accordingly. If this woman used to be calm and relaxed around you, yet now you notice her breath is shallow, uneven, or filled with tension, it's a clear sign that emotions are still hanging in the air. She might not know what to say or how to act. She could be holding back, waiting for you to take the first step. Pay attention to the shift. This could be the key to understanding that she's not quite over the situation. If she used to be playful and warm, but now seems reserved or breathless, you can bet there's emotional residue lingering. Watch for the subtle cues, her shoulders tensing, her chest tightening, her jaw clenching. All these are physical manifestations of internal emotional tension, and her breath is the loudest clue. But don't jump to conclusions. Just because her breath catches doesn't mean she's desperate or completely consumed by you. What it does mean is that she's affected by your presence. A woman who's truly moved on won't react to you like this. Her breathing will remain calm, steady, and unbothered. This is where the true value of emotional intelligence comes into play. Stoicism teaches us to remain aware of our surroundings without being slaves to them. It's not about shutting off your emotions or disregarding what's happening around you. It's about mastering your awareness and controlling your reaction. You learn to observe, like a strategist, and make your moves based on careful consideration, not impulse. Let's bring this to life with a real-world example. You're at a gathering with friends, and she's there. It's been weeks since you last spoke. You exchange a nod, but then you notice something. When she sees you, her breath changes. Maybe her tone softens, or she exhales just slightly before speaking. It's small, but it's significant. She's not indifferent, she's conflicted. This is a crucial moment for you. How you carry yourself in the situation will determine how things unfold. Don't rush to fill the silence with words or actions. Instead, hold your ground. Let her regain her emotional balance. Give her the space to decide whether she wants to bridge the gap, but do so by simply standing still. It's not about chasing or seeking validation from her. It's about embodying a sense of calm and power, which only a man who understands Stoic principles can project. In these moments, your stillness becomes a magnet. By not rushing in, you show that you're in control, and you allow her emotional gravity to pull her towards you. This is the wisdom of Stoicism. A wise man observes nature without being overwhelmed by it. What's more natural than breath? It doesn't lie. When words can't express what's felt, breath often says more than anything else. So, when you notice her breath change, what should you do? Don't respond with a smug grin or with pressure. Respond with calm acknowledgement. Recognize the significance of her emotional world and the weight your presence still carries. That's true power. When you don't have to chase, but instead stand firm, letting her come to you on her own terms. If you've ever caught that slight change in her breath, whether it's a deep inhale, an exhale, or even a moment of pause, don't overthink it. Recognize it for what it is. If you've experienced this, drop a comment below with, "I felt it." No need to dissect it. Just acknowledge that you're aware of the unspoken signals. The truth is, women waiting for you don't always reach out with words. Sometimes the subtle cues are in the way she breathes when you walk by, or in the silence that lingers just a bit too long. The air feels different around her when she's near you. These are the signs most men miss, but you won't anymore. Now, you can truly tune into the subtle language of her body and understand the deeper currents that guide her actions and emotions. Number 3, she plays distant, but her body leans in. She plays distant, but her body leans in. Let's cut to the chase. When a woman speaks with cool detachment, but her body betrays warmth, don't fall for the facade. Her words may suggest indifference, texting with a sense of urgency, acting like she doesn't care, or treating you as just another face in the crowd. But her body, her posture, that's where the truth lies. Pay attention. Notice how she crosses her arms, yet stays closer than necessary. She may avoid eye contact, but her feet will point directly toward you. She says she isn't thinking about you, yet her presence lingers, always near you. This isn't some accidental behavior. It's not indecision. It's emotional warfare. When a woman is emotionally conflicted, when she's pulling back but can't help but lean into your space, it's clear. She's testing you. She's waiting for you to chase her, to show her that you're worthy of her vulnerability. But too often, men fall into the trap of misreading this. They see the cold responses, the brief messages, the lack of initiative, and they assume that she's not interested. So they walk away, missing the subtle signals beneath the surface, the way her knee shifts towards you when she laughs, how she lingers for a moment too long when she passes by you. That's not disinterest. That's the body speaking in a language far more honest than words. It's a silent confession, and make no mistake, the body never lies. It reacts before the mind even processes it. Imagine a scenario. You're with her in a group setting. Her words might be neutral, even dismissive. Maybe she's teasing you or being sarcastic. But as the conversation unfolds, her torso subtly angles toward you. She laughs more at your jokes than at anyone else's. When you shift slightly closer, she doesn't back away. She stays right there. This isn't disinterest, it's controlled vulnerability. It's her testing the waters while keeping her pride intact. Why? Because taking the first emotional step is a risk. For women who have been hurt or who simply don't want to appear too eager, this tactic, keeping you at arm's length emotionally while maintaining physical proximity, is a defense mechanism. Now, this is where Stoicism comes into play. A Stoic man doesn't react to contradictions, he reads them. He doesn't rush in, nor does he pull back too quickly. He stands his ground and allows the truth to unfold at its own pace. If she's distant in words, but her body language is saying something entirely different, don't push. Don't confront her with her mixed signals. That will only break the tension prematurely. Instead, observe. Let your awareness do the work. Allow her energy to guide you. Emotional awareness isn't about overanalyzing. It's about recognizing the patterns, staying composed, and acting from strength, not need. Here's another real-life example. You're nearing the end of a conversation. She says, "Anyway, I should get going." But she doesn't move. She just stands there, looking down, perhaps brushing her hair behind her ear. That pause, that subtle hesitation, it's her waiting. She's waiting for you to do something, say something, take action. She's not leaving. She's hoping you'll make the next move. If you're too logical, too literal, you'll miss it. But if you stay present, you'll see that her actions don't match her words. That's your opening. Remember this principle. When her energy leans in, but her words push away, always trust the energy. That's where the truth lies. If you've ever been in a situation where a woman acted distant, but you could still feel the pull beneath it, comment, "I saw the truth." No need for explanations, just a simple acknowledgement that you're no longer blind to the signals. This isn't just about women. It's about upgrading how you perceive the world around you. It's about seeing the truth in people, in situations, not by reacting emotionally, but by staying aware of the contradictions and gaps. That's the real strength. When you can read beyond her emotional distance and understand the pull beneath it, you're not just chasing her, you're mastering yourself. And that, gentlemen, is what will make all the difference. Keep sharp, stay composed, and remember, the truth is always there, waiting to be seen. Comment to remember, "I trust the energy, not the words." Number 4, she mentions you without saying your name. When a woman mentions something that feels familiar, but doesn't directly reference you by name, pay attention. It's not just a casual remark. It's a subtle signal that's been wrapped in layers of indirectness. She'll talk about something you shared or a detail that only the two of you would know, but she'll keep your name out of it. She might say, "Someone I know used to always do this," or "This one guy I met had the strangest habit." And in that moment, you know exactly who she's talking about. But why not say your name? Because by doing so, she would acknowledge the emotional weight that comes with it. Instead, she creates a shadow version of you, a ghostly presence in the conversation that only you can fully understand. This isn't avoidance, though. It's an invitation. It's her way of subtly checking. Is he still listening? Is he still present? It's like when Marcus Aurelius spoke of noticing the signal behind the signal, not reacting to the obvious, but seeing the hidden message beneath it. In Stoic terms, a man should not be distracted by noise. He must learn to perceive the quieter, more intentional cues that lie beneath the surface. Now, why does this matter? Because when she's longing for your presence but doesn't quite want to admit it, she'll test you emotionally. She'll drop little breadcrumbs, hints meant to draw you in without making herself vulnerable. It's a cautious way of reaching out, but it's also a challenge. She wants to see if you're paying attention. Are you still tuned into her signals? Can you read between the lines and catch the subtle clues she's leaving behind? It's a kind of emotional safety net. By keeping things indirect, she's in control. She can test whether you'll catch the deeper meaning without exposing herself too much. A woman might casually mention, "Someone once joked about how I always drink my coffee this way," and then glance at you to see if you'll catch the reference. She might bring up a shared memory that only you understand, perhaps during a group conversation, as if she's testing your connection. These little gestures are her way of crossing the emotional divide without admitting it exists in the first place. In these moments, don't overlook the importance of the silence, the gaps between words. Men who are truly present don't just react to what's said loudly and obviously. They notice what's unsaid. This is where true connection happens. A Stoic man knows that real communication often happens in these subtle exchanges, not in the loud proclamations or obvious gestures. Instead of waiting for her to spell it out, you must be the one to pick up on these signals. When you notice them and acknowledge their meaning, you're showing her that you're still there, still paying attention. And that can be a powerful step towards building something more real. So don't ignore the quiet moments. Recognize the deeper messages. You're being tested, but it's not in the way you think. It's not about a direct invitation. It's about understanding the invitation hidden in the quiet. To all the men out there, take this as a reminder. Don't wait for her to say it outright. Don't miss the signals. Listen to what's beneath the surface. Your awareness of these quiet signals will make all the difference. What are your thoughts on this? I'd love to hear your experiences and insights. Drop a comment below, and let's keep the conversation going. Number 5. She keeps accidentally touching you. When a woman keeps accidentally touching you, don't fool yourself into thinking it's a mistake. It's never truly accidental, not when it happens repeatedly and with intention. Whether it's a playful brush of your arm while laughing, a knee that bumps against yours under the table, or her hand gently grazing your back as she passes by, this touch is no random occurrence. It's calculated, delicate, subtle, yet deliberate. Now, you might be tempted to dismiss it, to say, she's just touchy with everyone, and maybe, just maybe, you're right. But a Stoic man doesn't get lost in fleeting moments or dismiss things based on a hunch. He watches for patterns. He understands that true awareness comes from looking deeper. And if the same touch keeps happening to you while it doesn't happen to others, that's a signal. It's a cue that something is happening beneath the surface. She's signaling comfort, closeness, and curiosity. It's not overtly sexual, yet it's definitely not platonic either. It's that grey area where attraction simmers beneath the surface, trying not to reveal itself fully. She's testing the waters, seeing if you notice, wondering, do you feel this too? And here's where psychology comes in. Touch is primal. It bypasses the complexities of language and cognition. As humans, it's the first sense we develop, and it's the most intimate. So when a woman initiates physical contact, even in these small, seemingly inconsequential moments, what she's really doing is peeling back a layer of emotional armor. She's moving the conversation beyond words, into something much deeper and more visceral, into the realm of the body. Why does this matter? Because it's her way of controlling the pace. She touches, then pulls away. She closes the gap, then creates distance. It's a rhythm, a dance. And here's the crucial lesson: don't disrupt it. Most men, the instant they feel that spark of touch, either freeze up or overreact. One man might retreat, unable to deal with the discomfort, while another charges forward too quickly, too aggressively. But you understand what this moment represents. You're the man who's grounded, who doesn't need constant validation. You know the most powerful thing you can do is not to rush, but to let the moment breathe. So the next time she lets her hand linger on yours for just a second, too long, or lets her fingers brush against your sleeve as she walks past, don't treat it like a rookie mistake. Stay calm, observe, let the silence fill with her energy, let her wonder what you're thinking. Because this mystery, this space you create, is what keeps the dance going. It's what keeps her intrigued. From a Stoic perspective, this is all about presence, not possession. As Seneca wisely said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Overthinking every glance, every touch, is the trap many men fall into. But the disciplined man, he stays grounded. He feels the signal. He acknowledges it. But he doesn't chase it. Instead, he understands that her touch isn't just about that single moment. It's a preview of trust, of intimacy, of permission. And remember this: women don't touch what they're not attracted to. They don't initiate physical contact with something they don't want. So, if she's reaching out to you in this way, know that her body is saying something her words won't. That's your edge. But don't let it go to your head. Don't turn this into pressure. Let it remain exactly what it is: a spark of connection, not an obligation. A moment of possibility, not a demand. That's the key. Comment to remember: I am grounded and aware. And Number 6. Her energy pulls you in, then pauses. Have you ever found yourself in a room with her where it feels like something is on the verge of happening, but then nothing? Her presence pulls you in, her voice, her body language, her attention, like a magnetic force. But just as the energy between you starts to build, she steps back. The warmth fades and you're left wondering, did I imagine that, or did it really happen? This energy shift is no accident. It's one of the clearest signs that she's waiting for you to take action. But here's the catch: she's not going to do the work for you. She's not going to chase you down. Instead, She's testing the pull, and then she's testing the pause. Think of it like a flame. She gets close enough to make you feel the heat, but never quite burns you. Then she pulls away, watching to see how you'll respond to the warmth she left behind. This isn't manipulation, it's instinct. It's emotional signaling, something deeply rooted in human nature, something primal. Attraction, particularly deep, genuine attraction, doesn't follow a straight path. It moves like a dance. She reaches out and then pulls back to see if you'll follow or if you'll stay grounded in your own presence. This is where the Stoic mindset comes into play. A true Stoic doesn't chase energy. He doesn't scramble to fill the void. He remains still. He observes. He stays grounded in his own gravity. That stillness, that calmness becomes magnetic in its own right. So when she pulls back after drawing you in, don't panic. Don't overthink it. Don't let doubt creep in and make you question what you might have done wrong. Instead, ask yourself, what is she waiting to see from me right now? Here's the truth. When she pauses, it's not necessarily a sign of losing interest. More often than not, it's a way of creating space. Space for you to act. Space for you to make a move, to show her that you're not shaken by the pause. Your response to that silence will reveal everything she needs to know about you. Rush in too quickly, and she'll sense neediness. Act distant or aloof, and she'll read it as disinterest. But if you can remain in that space with calm, unwavering confidence, unshaken by the silence, that's when she starts to trust your energy. That's when she sees that you are a man who knows who he is, who isn't easily rattled. And that's when the attraction builds even more. It's a subtle dance, one that requires you to remain grounded and in control of your own energy. And the best part? You don't have to chase her. You simply need to stay present, calm, and secure in your own space. In the world we live in today, where everything is fast-paced and rushed, the Stoic man who holds his ground, who remains calm amidst the storm, is incredibly rare. And it's exactly what makes him so magnetic. So, next time you feel that pull, don't second-guess. Stand tall, stay grounded, and trust that the right energy will follow. Number 7, she waits for you but will never ask. She waits for you but she will never ask. Most men miss this truth, not because we're blind, but because we're wired differently. We fail to notice what is right in front of us. When a woman is emotionally invested, when she truly desires you, she won't ask for what she needs. She doesn't need to spell it out. She doesn't need to hand you a map with arrows pointing to her desires, saying, "Make your move now." She waits, she watches, and she hopes that you'll be wise enough to see what she won't say aloud. But in today's world, too many men are confused. We've been taught to believe that if a woman doesn't make the first move, if she doesn't speak her desires openly, she must not be interested. But that's a myth. That's not how desire works for a woman. It's not how vulnerability works for her. She might check your stories, but never text you. She might be at the same place you are, but play it cool, casual. She might send you a random meme, a song, a cryptic one-line message, all of it, hoping you'll read between the lines, seeing the meaning behind the surface. She's leaving breadcrumbs, not handing you road signs. Why? Because vulnerability costs her more than it costs you. For her, it's not about chasing you or asking for your attention. She's waiting, silently signaling, hoping you'll step into the moment she creates. She lingers. She leaves gaps in time and space, silent invitations for you to step forward. This is where the power of Stoicism becomes critical. A Stoic doesn't just listen to what's being said. He watches. He observes. He listens to what remains unsaid. He reads between the lines, and he hears what silence means. A Stoic man understands that when she's still there, silent but present, there's a message in that. She's waiting for you to notice. You see, this is where you must rise. You must be the man who sees beyond the surface, who knows that the unspoken is often the most powerful. You must be the man who isn't afraid to act, who isn't afraid to step forward, not when she tells you to, but because you see the signal she's throwing your way. If you're a man who hesitates, who waits for the perfect moment to arrive, you'll miss it every time. Most men, they wait. They wait for the sign, the moment of perfect clarity, and when it doesn't come, they wonder why they're left with regret. But not you. You're the man who understands that time is fleeting and purpose drives you forward. You are here because you're done waiting for signs that don't exist. You are ready to take action, to step forward with purpose and with intention. You see the glance that lingers, the subtle pause in her breath, the silence that speaks louder than words. You understand that if she's still there, she's waiting for you to take charge. You know it's time to move. It's time to step up, because the woman who's waiting will never ask. She will never say, "Make your move." But if she's still present, still connected, she's giving you the signal. Are you waiting for her to ask? Or will you be the man who steps forward, moves with purpose, and takes what is rightfully yours? If you're ready to take control of your life and your relationships, leave a comment below with, "I move with purpose." Show the world that you're not the man who waits until it's too late. Take charge and act on the signs she's already sending you. Hey, thanks for sticking with me until the end. I hope you found this video insightful. Remember, understanding the signs that she's waiting for you to reach out is all about patience and awareness, qualities that can strengthen your approach to relationships. Stoicism, and especially modern Stoic thinking, teaches us to take control of our actions and emotions, focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we can't. My advice to you: don't rush things. Trust that the right moments will come when you're in the right mindset. Build your own inner strength first, before anything else. That's what makes you truly attractive and capable of navigating relationships confidently. Take care, stay grounded, and until next time, keep evolving.